Hey guys, Dr. Alex here, and if you've got a six-pack, video is not for you today. If you regularly squat or lift hundreds of pounds at the gym, again, this video is probably not for you. This video is for you if you want a basic idea of how to strengthen your core, which is going to help you with having less pain in your back, in your hips, in your mid-back. If you want to be more injury-proof at whatever is your sport that you're a weekend warrior at, or if you just want to be more resistant to hurting yourself, lifting your grandkids, or playing with the kids on the floor, we're going to go over our 3 basic core drills that everybody should do to make sure that their core is strong, that they have a stable and protected spine, and then they can move around without injuring their back or injuring their spine. So here we go, guys. Hey everyone, so a 30-second preamble because we're going to go over the dead bug, the bird dog, the side bridge, and a 4th bonus one, the glute bridge. They're going to strengthen all the sides, the front, the back of the core that sits between the diaphragm below the genitals and the diaphragm at the base of the lungs. This is the core between here. It is really important for transferring forces between the upper limbs, for keeping the spine stable, for also ensuring that that spine does not shift or not get injured, which we know from research when the core is weak is more likely to happen. These drills are the basics. They are excellent, and they need to be done on a regular basis if your goal is to get your core stronger. My suggestion, make it an actual workout as part of your regular routine. If you're going to the gym a couple times a week, do these between the other sets that you might be doing and make sure that your technique is excellent. Now, part of the preamble is I will make sure that there's a video linked here that goes over the 7 basic skills that are needed to protect the spine and require some core activation. These are fundamental to doing these drills, but we'll go through these drills anyways, talking about bracing the core throughout. So let's start off with the bird dog. The bird dog, we're going to get down on all 4s in a tabletop position. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are under the hips. The key with this drill, imagining there's a glass of water on your back and that glass does not move. We're going to start off by taking the arms up along a train track, holding for 1 second, back down. Now you'll notice with this drill that nothing moves except for either the shoulder joint or when I move the leg, the hip joint. We want to isolate the movement as much as possible. And so you want to work on keeping the core braced, the glass of water stable, and we can go either around the body or we can do, as we get more advanced, opposite. With this, if you want to add that to your routine, you are going to do somewhere between 2 to 3 sets of 8 repetitions. If you're doing the cross pattern, that each one would be 1 per side, that would be 1 rep. And if you're going around the body once would be 1 repetition. Let's do that again just from this angle so you can see that train track appearance where arm follows the train track up, nothing moves. Or if we go on a cross pattern, hopefully nothing moves except for my shoulder and my hip. Next, so that's gonna strengthen mainly the back, in the low back and the mid back. Next, we're gonna go on to what's gonna strengthen the obliques and the muscles on the side. This is the side bridge. Simple, but we can add lots of challenging modifications. The key here is that when we have our knees bent, our elbows supporting us, when we come up, my glutes are tight, and if you're standing here, you'll notice a straight line up, knees, hip, shoulder, and ears. So with this drill, we can hold it for a minute. We can do repetitions where we come down, and then we can come back up. You can also add in a clamshell, hold that, or do repetitions, or lifting the leg up and holding for 1 minute, or do repetitions. Start off with the basics. Start off here, either holding for a minute in this nice, perfect, tight through the core brace position, or do some repetitions. Now we'll do that again from this head-on angle so you can see that stacking or that alignment through the spine. So you'll notice we start off with a bend, but when I come up, I clench the glutes and I have a nice straight line, hopefully, between knees, hips, shoulder, and head. So that side bridge is going to challenge the oblique muscles. Next, let's go into our dead bug, which is really for the abdominals, but it's much safer for your spine than doing a sit-up or a crunch. So dead bug, it's the opposite you can think of as the bird dog. Knees are up, arms are up, core is tight. Now the really important part here is that the rib cage does not flare up, that we stay really tight through here, and we're engaging, or so we're only moving the shoulders and the hips. So with the leg lowering one, you'll notice that nothing moves except for the hip joint. There's no change in the way my spine sits. My core is tight. So you can either go around the body or, again, you can do a cross pattern. The purpose here is all technique, making sure the core is braced. Nothing moves except for the hip joint or the shoulder joint. So that's our dead bug. And then our last one, which is really important, is a bit of a bonus one, if you have some extra time, is a glute bridge. And this is where you're going to differentiate movement in the glutes or the hip joint from the low back. All the motion in this one should come from the glutes and the hips. We're going to get down into a 90-degree position at the knees, and with this, our goal is to lift our buttock up off the ground and only use the butt. And so with this, we want to make sure that the hamstrings are as loose as can be. If you have a friend there to touch them, make sure they're relatively loose, and that the pelvis only comes up from squeezing your butt together. With this drill, you can either just lift yourself up and hold it, you can do repetitive sets, or you can add all sorts of modifications that we've gone over in the past. Resistance band around the thighs, you can lift one leg at a time, you can take your arms off. But the key here is technique, making sure that we only engage the glutes, the core is braced, it is tight. We're not lifting up through the spine. It's all about the glutes and engaging those, making sure that we can turn them on without turning on the back or moving the back, and with also out activating the hamstrings. So everyone, if you want to strengthen your core, if you're worried that your back pain or some sort of other issue might be coming from weak core, if you just know that your core is weak, do these drills. They're excellent. They're easy enough where you can do them at home, you can do them every single day, and it's going to take some time. We know that to get stronger the first month is where we see neurological changes, and then after that you start to build more muscle fibers. So this stuff takes time, but stay diligent. This stuff is backed by good research. It will help. There's a very low chance of you hurting yourself. These are the 4 great core drills that you can do for better core strength. So if you've got a parent or a coworker that suffers from pain or some sort of other issue where you think these core drills might help, share this with them. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.